What's up everyone? A brand new head of household has been crowned in the Big Brother 27 house as Jimmy was swiftly shown the door. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Right before we get started, if you are new around here, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. I'm here every single day giving you everything you need to know about what's going on inside that crazy madhouse that is the Big Brother 27 house. With allegiances always shifting and a crack right down the middle of the house, you don't want to miss a single update. And if you hit the subscribe button, I got your back and I'll tell you everything that's going on. And also, can you hit the like button, folks? It takes all of 0.2 seconds just to click that little like button, that little thumbs up. And it helps me more than you even know with the YouTube algorithm as a smaller content creator. Those likes go a long way. And also, I do put a lot of effort into these videos, a lot of effort, a lot of time. And if you feel like buying me a coffee, please consider leaving a super thanks or a PayPal. You can also leave a question with it and I'll answer it in the next update. But folks, without further ado, let's get to the update. Question of the day now, folks, and with Jimmy leaving the house last night, I will pose the question that all of us have been asking all week. Do you think that Mickey made a good move in getting Jimmy out? Let me know if your answer is yes or no. I'll definitely pay more attention to the ones who give reasoning behind it because I want to know what you all think. Did Mickey make a good move by taking Jimmy out the game? Alright gang, what an episode that was last night. Holy moly. Ashley making Big Brother history there with the old vote exchange thing that happened. That was, oh my word, it's always fascinating when a Big Brother first happens, and that was certainly one of them. So yeah, but the night ended with Jimmy being sent out the door, and then the house guests went to battle for the new head of household. And the winner, and the week 5 head of household of Big Brother 27 is... it's Ava. A massive congratulations to Ava. She beat the competition and she is now in the head of household room. And quite frankly, from what I've seen, she has grabbed the game by the cojones and is twisting said cojones round and round and round and round because she wants to make this game hers. And we're going to talk about that. Now, while I didn't really like how Ava reacted in the veto competition the other day towards Keanu, because when it came back, the whole house was talking about it as if it was Keanu who had, lashed out at Ava. But what I saw there with my eyes was that Ava lashed out at Keanu. So, I was shocked there because I didn't expect that. And that was very disappointing from Ava. I went with what I thought the house was basically saying had happened. But then I think that episode shed some more light on the situation there. But nevertheless, Ava actually plans to put a crack right down the middle of this game. She really wants to blow things up, and her mind was made up almost instantaneously. She has already decided who her nominees are going to be. It might budge this morning with some more one-on-one talks, but it's Ava, and I don't even think she necessarily wants one-on-one talks. I think she's made her mind up. She wants to put a crack right down the middle of the people who've been in power, and she wants to put Vince and Zach on the block, and she's debating whether the third one should be Keanu just because Keanu's capable of winning veto, or should it be Morgan? Morgan has definitely been floated around. If Keanu pulls himself off the block, Morgan will be the replacement. But to clarify Ava's plan here, she's actually thought this one through. She wants to put Keanu on the block because she knows he's capable of winning the power of veto. So then if Keanu comes down, she can put Morgan up, leaving Morgan, Vinny and Zach on the block. But we need to remember that Zach has a power. Remember that he can actually get himself off the block with the 10k that he won earlier in the game. So, a lot of moving pieces this week, and actually the first big move we've seen of the season with somebody actually going for the big dogs in the game. Ava was in the HOH room with Mickey and Will in the evening, and she actually full on just let out the plans. She let out the plans to them and said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And they were in hysterics. I think the bottle of wine also helped. She and Will got very drunk. Ava and Will got very, very drunk, and it was nice. They were having a good time. Those two are kind of the two, in my eyes, probably with the best social game in the house, and seeing them just share a bottle of wine together and have a good time was a hell of a lot of fun. But Ava let in Mickey, and I think a lot of people were worried at first when Ava was telling Mickey about all the plans, thinking she was going to run right back to Zach, Vince, Morgan and tell them everything. But I feel like Mickey has had almost a moment where she's kind of gone, oh, hang on, like halfway through her head of household week, after she nominated Jimmy, she kind of went, oh, so Vinny and Zach are running the game and they are playing me? Oh, she had one of those moments. And she also talked about how, and this was yesterday. I was going to talk about this in yesterday's live feed update, but unfortunately, I couldn't do an update yesterday. She's noticed that Morgan has been distancing herself from her, and Morgan's spending an increasing amount of time with Zach and Vince. But luckily, Mickey isn't blindly following her into the abyss of a Big Brother black hole. She is actually realizing, oh, okay, I'm going to actually turn things around. So at least Mickey is kind of, I hope, switch things on its head. She's definitely changed tact in her game, because Ava said all the plans and she didn't go and tell Zach, she didn't go and tell Vinny, and she didn't go and tell Morgan either. And I think that's a telltale sign that Mickey has changed the kind of aspect, or the way she's going about this game, the avenue she's going down. She could have easily have gone to them later in the night and told them, or even this morning we would have gotten word of it, but nothing yet. Absolutely nothing yet, and I really feel like she has changed tact, and she also wants Vinny, Zach or Morgan out now, realising that they essentially dictated her head of household and getting rid of one of her own allies. It is absolutely wild to see, but Ava's going to pull an old school move when she nominates them, folks. I had to get this down, because absolutely unprovoked, she said that when she nominates these people, she's going to say this line. Not for any reason in particular, just to stir paranoia and make them all go a bit crazy. This is as old school as it gets. She's going to put these people on the block and go, I've nominated you. I heard what you said. And then just leave that. It's like opening a door, chucking a grenade in and then shutting the door. That's kind of the way Ava is going about this. She's just going to go, I'm nominating you. I heard what you said. While Riley continues chasing Kat like a rat up a drain pipe, the other day he made a friendship bracelet for Kat. How sweet, how kind, it's so lovely. And one thing I wanted to bring up was that Big Brother legend and winner Evil Dick from Big Brother 8 had a banger of a tweet that went viral when he saw the fact that Riley had made Kat a friendship bracelet. He said this one-liner, it's probably got a tracker in it. While Vince and Morgan haven't actually gotten wind of the fact that their little posse is being targeted this week, they have started to spiral. This is the first time I've seen a crack in Vinny's game, because somebody is actually standing up against him. And say what you will about Vinny, he has been playing very, very well so far, but if you've been watching my updates, I've been saying this the whole time. He has been sitting pretty because nobody is targeting him. He's doing so well, and he's doing incredible. And people are going, Tom, why you being so mean to Vince? Why you hate Vince? Nah, I don't hate Vince. I think that he's playing the best game in this house, and everybody's dumb and not targeting him. But not Ava. She actually wants to target him, and he is actually starting to feel the wrath. There's a reason for that, folks, that he's been sitting pretty and not worrying for weeks on end. But now all of a sudden, because he's at risk, he started crying, screaming, throwing up, all that kind of stuff, apart from the screaming and the throwing up. But he's been crying. He is genuinely worried. Both he and Morgan are in a downward spiral. Not so surprised about Morgan. She's a very erratic player. I thought she was better than she actually was. Maybe she can pull it together in the end game. But Vinny actually starting to panic now for the first time in this game. I always like it when it lights a fire under some people. Maybe this will kick him in to the next gear, and he will start to really go home on his go to town on his game. Maybe pull out a veto win, but it's always it can always get stale very fast when one person just feels safe the entire time. It was feeling that way for Vinny, but Ava has thrown a wrench in the works, and he's started to panic now. Now, while Morgan has already been stated that she will be the renom, Ava has talked about the fact that the plan is for Keanu to win the veto, like I discussed earlier in the video, and put Morgan up on the block as replacement nominee. There was one other person who also got floated as replacement, and judging by these past few weeks with all the plans changing left, right and centre, don't be surprised if it flips this way or another way that we haven't even heard of yet. The other person who could be a replacement nominee is Lauren, another person who did incredibly well with blending back into the house after her HOH reign. She had the goal of not getting any blood on her hands, and it was almost like she went from the most important person into the house and seamlessly transitioned back to being invisible. It worked for her. It was a good head of household reign for her. Was it? Did it establish her game? Did it really define her as a player? Absolutely not. She did not make a mark on the game at all, but maybe that was her intentions. But Ava is seeing these people. There's a couple of people in that house. Rachel, Ava, dare I say Ashley. I think Ashley would also nominate Kelly and Keanu if she won head of household. I like people who take the swing. You know, because a lot of people do it half-assed. They show up and they go, okay, I'll put Vinny on the block, but I'm also going to put Kelly and Keanu up. And then it still broadens the chances for Kelly or Keanu to go home. What I'm talking about is I want a Big Brother 21 Jessica Milagros kind of head of household. That to me is the pinnacle, the height of taking a big swing and doing it with your chest. She, in her game, put Mickey, who would go on to win the game, up on the block with his best buddy Jack, and both of those guys were on a one-way ticket to finale night until Jess won head of household. She put them both on the block. She then won the power of veto, discarded it, sealed their fate, and sent Jack out the door. And that screwed up Mickey's plans for a while. He still managed to navigate his way to the end, but he was scuppered there when he lost Jack. And there's not many people in Big Brother who can actually do that, take the swing and actually cut the head off one of the dragons. So when you do it with your chest, do it with gusto, just like Ava plans to do. I hope she follows through, because this will be good for her game. It will take off the head of the snake if she takes Zach or Vince out. Even Morgan would mix it up a bit, because Morgan has disappointed me so much. She was playing so well, and then she's just trying to chase Zach, who wants nothing to do with that. It's like they all just want to get it's like a pants train. Morgan wants to be in Zach's pants, Zach wants to be in Lauren's pants, and nobody wants it. And then you've got Riley with his tracker friendship bracelet. It's just all over the place. But if Ava plans on doing a Jessica Milagros head of household this week, let's hope that she can actually follow through and not, because I don't want it to. In modern day Big Brother, it's like, oh, I'm going to back down now because I'm scared and I don't want the wrath of the house. Nah. Ava's like, she's drinking her wine and she's saying, I'm just going to say this, I'm going to do this. No one-on-ones unless I want one. She's got a plan. And I think she's going to stick to it. Let's see how that plays out. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Definitely a shorter one today because Ava was very, very precise. And like I said, she had gusto in what she wants to do. There's none of that wishy-washy. I'm going to hold one-on-ones with everybody even though I've already made up my mind. Nah, she's made up her mind so she doesn't need to do one-on-ones. That could backfire in her game, but also I feel like people respect a direct player more than a player who beats around the bush. Say if it's Lauren and Ava in the final two, they're going to be like, Lauren, what did you do with your head of household? You held one-on-ones with everybody and cried until somebody told you what they wanted to do. Whereas Ava didn't hold one-on-ones, but do you know what? She had a mission and she went for the head of the dragon and she cut the head of the dragon off. So Ava, you win Big Brother. It's as simple as that sometimes when you boil it down, because at the end you're not comparing one person to 16 people, you're comparing them to one other person, and that really all depends on who is sat next to you in the end. So we'll see how that one plays out. But folks, I'm going to do super thanks real quick. I also want to shout out my new challenge videos. I am absolutely loving the challenge. This show is freaking incredible. The production value is insane. I'm so glad I finally discovered the challenge and I'm actually getting into it. The competitiveness of these players is insane. It blows my mind. Everybody wants to win and they're not afraid to say that. You know, whereas in Big Brother sometimes it feels a little bit like everyone's doing what Ava's doing, you know, that, and I like that. I like players who say, okay, I want to win and I don't want you here, so I'm going to try and get you out. It's old school reality TV and I could cry with happiness that I feel like I found it. And yeah, so check out my challenge breakdowns every single week. I'm recapping and reviewing the episodes. It's only 2 episodes in as well, folks, so if you're looking for something else to watch, get yourself the challenge on. You know, it's the weekend, you can kick your feet up and you'll be caught up in a few hours and you'll thank me for it later because it's a really, really good season. Season 41, vets and new threats. It's Legends of of the game coming in with brand new threats, and some of them are from Big Brother. We got Cedric from last year, America from a couple of years ago, Blue from a couple of years ago. So go check that out. Some great faces in there, some people from Survivor. Really, really good show. So check out my challenge breakdown. But first of all, on the super thanks today, folks, we've got the wonderful MM7365, and MM says, thanks, with love from Colorado. Well, I'm sending love right back to Colorado. I appreciate you ever so much, sending you a big hug. Thank you for supporting the channel. Next up, we've got the wonderful David Cushmore. I'm going to throw it up on the screen because it's a pretty long one. So if you want to pause, check it out now. Thank you, David, as always. Can't wait for Clash in Paris. Me and Sam very excited for that. Kind of mourning the fact that John Cena isn't going to be in the WWE much longer. It's kind of sad, but we're soaking it all up while he's still there. I will certainly get myself some Starbucks and some M&Ms. I appreciate you, David. Have a fantastic day, sir. Next up, we've got the wonderful Barbara Gamma. Thank you so much. That's a very generous one, Barbara. I appreciate that ever so much. And Barbara says, thanks. Love you, Tom, but Sam is right. We do love her doing the vote scenarios, especially starting with your lovely British accent. Yeah, Sam's fond of that accent. Yeah, and I see you guys are too. I guess you guys are taking a liking to Sam. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Sam's amazing, and the accent is quite hilarious, if I can say so myself. And if there was a fly on the wall watching me and Sam just hang out when the cameras are off, you will see me winding Sam up almost 24/7 about her accent. So we do have a lot of fun in this relationship. Thank you so much, Barbara. I appreciate you, my love. Have the best day ever. Next up, we've got the wonderful Kathleen Grundhauser. Thank you so much, Kathleen. Have an amazing day, my love. Kathleen says, thanks. I love seeing Sam on again. She looks very beautiful. I would love to have you both on. Maybe chat back and forth in front of the camera. I love your show. Thank you for your updates. I'm surprised I didn't hear you mention Rachel's actions during the HOH comp. I was cracking up and loved it. It was old school Rachel. It was, yeah. And she refused to let Keanu go and insisted on being on his team. It was classic Rachel. It was. And I knew her making sure that Keanu didn't win. That felt like old school Rachel. I'm hoping Jimmy wins the blockbuster and stays. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks again for all your hard work. Well, I appreciate that, and it's my pleasure. I love giving you guys these updates every single day, and Kathleen, people like you make it all worth the while, so thank you so much, my love. Some great insight into the game there, and thank you for all the wonderful compliments about Sam. I'm sure Sam will appreciate that, so thank you so much, Kathleen. Thank you. Sending love from both me and Sam. Mwah. We've got the wonderful Patricia Lester. Is last but not least. Patricia, I appreciate you ever so much. Patricia, have the most amazing day. You say thanks, I say thank you, my love. Have the best day ever. And yeah, have a great one, my love. You are absolutely wonderful. Sending you a big hug. But that's all we've got time for today, folks. If you want to join the postcard wall or surprise me with some mail, then send in to the address on screen right now. I'm doing an unboxing mail video very soon when the mail's all piled up. So if you want to be in that video and by sending a postcard, I am aiming to get one from every single state. Seriously, the Midwest, that's less populated. Hawaii, Alaska, they're further away. Hell, if you're in a different country, I'd love to hear from all sorts of places in Canada or wherever you're watching from. Please send one in, folks. I hope to hear from you soon so you can be on the postcard wall. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you're all staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.